Hey guys, it's Stacey and today is our very first tea talk video. And today's tea is all about modeling. And just to clear it out with you, when I say tea talk, it doesn't mean I'm like spilling tea or talking about gossip and drama. It just literally means I'm drinking tea and talking about things. So I asked you guys to ask me some questions on my Instagram regarding modeling, and I'm about to answer some of them right now. So the first question is, how long have you been modeling for? And I think I started modeling in 2017. So it's been 4 years now. And the next question is it your full-time job? And for me personally, no, it is not my full-time job. I do not consider modeling as my career or my main job. So how I actually got started is that I came to Seoul and then I got offered a modeling job for this online brand, and that's how I started. And it was just good money for what it was, like how much time it was consuming, because I didn't have to take as much time away from my daily life from studying and doing other things, but still make as much or more money. So that's how I got started. So from the very beginning, modeling was always just like my part-time job, my side hustle. And another question that I got a lot was, what are the requirements of becoming a model? These days, globally speaking, I don't think there is any specific requirements to become a model. The beauty standard has changed so much. Globally speaking, I think the requirements are just like being confident and having your own color and knowing your own style and knowing how to be confident with yourself, really. It is unfortunate to see such a lack of diversity in beauty standard in Korea. However, I think that's an issue that's going to get resolved with time. There are actually quite a few diversity when it comes to looks, but when it comes to, I think, body image, they do prefer like skinnier or like thinner models yet. But if I were to give some guidelines on requirements of being a model, it really depends on what kind of modeling you want to do. If you want to go into commercial modeling, height doesn't really matter. Like, even though like you're quite short, you can be on commercials, TVC, like shooting for fitting, like you can be a fitting model and everything. But when you want to become a fashion model, doing like mostly lookbooks, magazine editorials and shows, you have to be quite tall, because I'm kind of too short to do any kind of fashion shows. In Korea, I'm luckily kind of like borderline okay-ish tall height to do shows, so I got chances to walk on shows. However, if you want to become a runway model, especially in Europe and New York and stuff, you have to be quite tall. And I believe girls need to be at least like 178 centimeters, 175, 178 centimeters. I'm not so sure. It's not like the wall to be that tall to fashion model, but in general, runway models tend to be taller, commercial models more acceptable when it comes to height. But those are just literally the guidelines. There is no rule. But you do need to take care of your body and image, obviously. You can't look too scungy or dirty or cheap. These days, honestly, there are so many model agencies that look for uniqueness and their own style. Especially one that I can think of on top of my head is Anti Agency in Britain, and they are quite known for their uniqueness when it comes to models and diversity in beauty standards. And next question is, what is your favorite thing about your career? Modeling, the one thing that I really do love about modeling is that I am basically getting paid to get my hair and makeup nicely done, wear these amazing clothes, and get my professional photos taken. Meaning that I get to keep a very good record of like how good I look while I'm young and still beautiful. I mean, of course, like I'm not saying younger the better, but you know, age is something that is quite irreversible. So taking lots of photos means a lot to me, and especially getting like professional photo shoots done where you look super nice and just like cool, I don't know, I'm pretty and beautiful. I think that's really awesome. I really like that about me. I have so many photos in so many different concepts as well, and it's just like good memories for when I get older. Like I can look back at these and say like, oh, that's the shooting that I did this, and that's how I used to look like when I used to wear this kind of clothes. And another thing that's very cool about modeling is that you get to try quite a few different styles. Like obviously everyone just kind of has the kind of clothes or the hairstyle they do regularly, and not many people go out of their comfort zone when it comes to style. But when you're modeling, you don't have a choice. If they tell you to wear like kappa the 1 minute and then next minute you're wearing like La Perla, you're doing that. And that's exactly what I did. I got to try out all these like fancy couture, like all these like lingerie, like whatever fancy lacy girly stuff, and the next minute I will be like shooting for fashion brands like Kappa and like New Balance and stuff. That all their like diversity in fashion that you get to try out is really cool, and you get to learn what kind of style suits you the best. And I also learned a lot about how to put makeup on, because I am so bad at putting makeup on. But ever since modeling, obviously I get to see a lot of professionals put makeup on me, and that's how I learned, oh, that's how you're supposed to do your eye makeup. And I get little tips and tricks on how to dress, how to do my makeup, and all that. So those are a few of my favorite things about modeling. But if I had to pick my top favorite, it's that I get to keep lots of good memories for the future. What's your favorite shoot ever? Ooh, there are so many shoots that I liked. I don't know which one to pick. One of the cool things that I did was for this like wedding magazine, and there were 2 beauty concepts that I did, and one was all just like wet look, so I had to get all this like oil and you know, spray and gel on my hair and face. That didn't feel that great on my skin or hair, but the photo was really interesting. And another concept that I did for that same shooting was gold. So I got to have literal gold just like stuck on my face and just like pose beautifully, and that I really enjoyed. That was really cool. Another really cool shooting that I did was for Fashion Week this year, because all the fashion shows were online, so all the shows had to be filmed in a video and photos. And Com Space was really cool. The location was amazing. The antidote was also really good, and I love the results from it. But if I had to shoot my favorite, the result wise, is probably the profile shooting that I did at the beginning of this year, which I actually filmed a YouTube video on. You can check out here. Because it was just so fun. When I was young, before modeling or anything, I never knew I was gonna become a model. When I was in like literally like middle school or high school, I watched this. I was obsessed with Francisco Lechowski, like every single teenage girl was at that time. I watched this like behind the scenes or like making of this like photo shoot video film thing on YouTube with the song Are You Gonna Be My Girl? And shout out to Justin Wu, because he's the one who shot that video. And oh my god guys, like I was starstruck when Justin Wu started following me back on Instagram. So we are like Instagram friends. I'm so like honored, like no joke. So ever since I saw that, I wanted to do that when I became a model. I was like, I want to have a video like that where I am just having fun and somebody's documenting me like enjoying my photo shoot. And that's what I got to do at the beginning of this year with my profile shooting, and I was so over the moon with the result. I think it looked really nice. I think you guys should definitely go check it out again. I go and watch it once in a while every now and then because I just love it so much. And the photos from the shoot was so good. Like literally every single like booker or like casting director that contacts me always use photos from that photo shoot as my main photo. Photos from that shooting really just like represents me the best. Like it really shows my style and my features really nicely. So that's my favorite photo shoot that I've done so far. Yeah, surprisingly, just a simple profile shooting. And the next question is, what is your favorite outfit that you've modeled in? My favorite outfit definitely has to be from my La Perla VIP shows. Honestly, wearing those beautifully, amazingly, gorgeously elegant wedding / honeymoon nightwears were just so amazing. I felt so beautiful in it, and they were so expensive. One of the outfits that I wore that day was $15,000. So it was like a separate top, bottom, and nightgown, robe set. The top itself was $7,000 alone because it was stitched with literal gold thread. It wasn't like gold colored or whatever. The thread was made with gold and it was embroidered all over the chest area, and it was so pretty. Like when I was wearing my outfit and just waiting to walk out to the runway, the director told me, like, you know, you're wearing $15,000 worth of clothing right now. I was like, oh, Okay? For my standard at the very least, that is very expensive for nightwear. And my favorite outfit from that show wasn't even the expensive gold outfit. It was this white lingerie dress, baby doll looking kind of thing. It was just so pretty. Another question people ask me a lot is, how do you pose? One person asked me, how do you pose? Because I always feel so awkward because I don't know what to do. And posing, obviously it does depend on the clothing and the concept and what you're shooting for. If it's for clothing, you need to make sure the clothes are shown properly. How good you look isn't your priority. How good the clothes look and how well you're showing the details matter the most. So if there's a logo here, you need to make sure you're not covering it like this. You need to show it. Your facial expression is obviously very important. Like, is it going to be like Meg when it's going to be all like empowering, like power woman kind of concept, or is it going to be like Innisfree in Korea, all natural and beautiful and looking like So like you just really need to understand the concept and obviously do a lot of studies, like look at a lot of Instagram photos or like photo shoots, like go to Pinterest and type in something editorial and you'll be able to find a lot of references and get used to them. Look how they're using their hands, don't be too typical and just go like, you know, studying is important, understanding the concept is very important, but at the end of the day, you gotta put on a thick ass face when you're shooting. It can be awkward, it can be embarrassing. Only if you let them to be. Be confident, put on a thick face, just enjoy the moment. That's the best advice I can give you. Don't be shy, just literally look at the camera and like feel yourself, like just pretend like you're by yourself. And now let's talk about something more light, and the next question is, are models friendly? Bitch, look at me, am I friendly or what? Yes, I am friendly, kind of. Guys, models are not different species of human or whatever. We are all same people. So obviously some models are gonna be very friendly and some models could be bitchy and not very social, and that's fine, you know? Career doesn't define your personality exactly. Has it had any negative effect on you mentally? Oh, that sigh. That was real. Modeling at first is especially very hard. I'm not gonna lie, the industry is quite toxic. If you guys want to know more about that, I can do another tea talk video and tell you more about the toxicity of this industry, but it is toxic and you get judged a lot. Even though I said models are very friendly, a lot of people are not, and if you're not friendly in the industry, you can be very bitchy very explicitly and all that. So it does have a very big toll on your mentality. I could definitely understand how people will be negatively affected mentally. That's why I said you gotta be confident with yourself if you want to be in this industry, because otherwise you're not gonna survive. That is just like plain truth. Like, even as a person with a strong mentality and lots of confidence, I had my hard times. So personally, not too much. Didn't affect me too much. Yeah, we need some deep tea talk on modeling and toxicity of this industry another time. So I'm just gonna it's a really bad question to end the video with, but I'm going to leave my video at this. So you guys want to know more about modeling and ask for another tea talk on modeling, toxicity, and marketing strategy. You see what I'm doing? Anyway, that's all the questions that I'm going to answer about modeling today. I hope you guys enjoyed our very first tea talk. I hope this video kind of answered the questions you had about modeling, and if you have more questions, leave a comment down below and I may answer them in my next Tea Talk Modeling Edition video. And until next week, that's it for today. Bye bye!